It is time, it is time, it is time. I've heard a lot about these patch notes. Alright, we're just gonna dive into this. This is honestly like a do or die type situation with these patch notes. I heard so much negativity. This is supposed to be the patch that buffs tanks, you know, makes tanks more tankier. So here we go, we're gonna get into this. Overwatch 2 retail patch notes, July 9th, 2024. Overwatch 2 X Transformers. We're not here for this, we don't care. The Transformer collab. Yay. Introducing new mythic weapons. New mythic weapons are okay, all I care about is this right here. The Reinhardt weapon skin is finally in the shop. We're going to be buying that immediately. But this is what we're here for. Hero updates. Alright, let's dive into it. General armor flat damage reduction increased from 5 to 10 per projectile. Enemy health bars now display when they are at their low health threshold. Developer comments, the armor changes, we have a positive basically if you have armor it's going to benefit you better, so I guess they were aiming towards tanks, not specifically tanks, but this is, you know, one of them little tank things. Oh my god, tank passive, here we go. Tank roll passive, ultimate generation reduction increased from 30 to 40%. Knockback resistance reduced from 50 to 40%. This, not mad at it, not mad at it at all. I was playing Reinhardt and I tried to pin a hog off the map and I couldn't even throw him off, so I'm not mad about that at all. This one kind of interesting. Not a huge buff, but I mean, I'm sure you'll feel it somewhat. Developer comments, dealing damage to tank heroes will slightly be less rewarding with the increased reduction to ultimate generation and will help balance out the increased healing they may receive with the change to the damage roll passive in this patch. Oh shit. Damage roll passive change. While the knockback resistance was generally useful for tank heroes, then their emphasis on positioning was also reaching to the point where it was difficult for players to tell if knockback abilities were having any effect on them. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, I had to turn my mic down. The crap was getting a little loud. Alright, here we go. Diva developer comments, the maximum duration of defense matrix is increased by half a second by reducing the rate at which the resource meter drains when in use. So it won't take longer to regenerate. The increased damage on micro missiles will help the ability feel relatively more impactful against larger health pools. Defense matrix maximum duration increased from 3 to 3.5. Micro missiles explosion damage increased from 4 to 5.5, from 120 to 500. Oof, that's pretty damn good. I'm curious to see what they did with like Winston and Zarya though, but that's a pretty big diva buff. I mean, this is too, but still, that's pretty big. Doomfist developer comments, the best defense. Overhealth gain per target increase from 35 to 40. Delay before overhealth begins to drain increase from, wow. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, because honestly, just from my experience, like, you know, the delay being 3 seconds, it's not, I don't think you're going to necessarily see that. I mean, you're probably going to be taking the damage before the delay even kicks in, but it still is kind of nutty that you get to hold on to all that overhealth for 3 seconds. But I mean, this is like, okay. Developer comments, most of Doomfist's survivability is through his excellent mobility, but this boost his passive overhealth generation will enable him to stay in the fight longer before disengaging, especially when hitting multiple targets. Yeah, it's going to be a little nutty. But again, depending on what they did with Hog and Orisa, this might not be as big of a deal. Drucker Queen developer comments. We'll skip that. Community shout. Overhealth increase from 150 to 175. Adrenaline rush. Wound damage self-healing multiplier increased from 2 to 2.5. It's raid boss time. Developer comments. Junker Queen is a relatively small and fast for a tank hero, so Command and Shout doesn't need a ton of bonus health to be effective. The increased wound healing better rewards her for managing her abilities well. Yeah, this is just raid boss time, raid boss season. And I mean, we're not even, oh my god, what are they doing? We're about to be so hated. Oh my god, what are they doing? The other comments. Cardiac Overdrive is Naga's primary tank and ability that keeps a bit of the fight, but the previous is difficult to counter. It is now more potent. It is now a more potent effect with a shorter duration to increase the importance of choosing both right and... I'm trying to make... Okay. Overrun. Knockback damage increased from 25 to 30. Stomp damage increased from 60 to 75. Cardiac Overdrive. Duration reduced from 5 to 3. Life still increased from 60 to 100%. Damage reduction increased from 30 to 40. Allies now receive only half the life. No one. This wasn't even a fuck. No, who cares? Are you fucking kidding me right now? This is all. Okay, it's like that Doomfish. Like who cares about these when this dude 100% is crazy? Damage reduction up to 40% is crazy. And, oh my god. The only way to counter this is going to be with, like, a Hog or a Risa, depending on what they did. I wouldn't even say Hog. More so a Risa. Maybe Queen Malga? Like, just one. Development comments. The fortifying javelin spin abilities were weakened further than necessary when a Risa... So they reverted everything, basically. Or am I tripping? Did they not revert the javelin spin? Fortify increasing. Okay, so but she's still slowed, but it's just longer now. She's not been performing well since then, but this patch we're broadly adjusting how impactful the role is. So there's room again to return some of Fortify's effectiveness. So it's just buff the force. Okay, I mean, we'll see how that goes. I don't know if this is gonna stop this, but okay. Ramatra. Nemesis form. Bonus armor increased. That's fucking crazy. Pummel damage increased from 60 to 65. So, again, with this armor change, where the armor flat damage reduction increased from 5 to 10 per projectile. That mixed with, I mean, that's a lot of fucking armor. He's going to be tanky in Nemesis form. The pummel damage adjustment is notable as it reduces the amount of punches required to knock out a 250 health hero. I mean, yeah, but still, it's like this though. You're not gonna be able. You still can't get kills. You can't confirm kills, but you're just tankier. You're gonna live longer, but you're not gonna be able to necessarily clear anything. I mean, hopefully this helps them kill things, but. Wow. Reinhardt. Barrier. Maximum health increase from 14 to 16. That's fine. Barrier generation rate. Okay, that's... Yeah. So he gets it for longer, gets it back quicker. That's cool. And then, yeah, they literally told us this was happening. Wall impact damage increased from 275 to 300. Considering I'm about to buy his hammer, I'm playing Reinhardt. You'll love to see this. What you don't love to see is this because of him. This and all of this. There's just none of that. So, RIP Reinhardt. I mean, RIP Reinhardt Bay. We're about to force that. One of the core design goals for Reinhardt is to be the hero that shields his team. In the past, we've reduced the barrier health significantly in order to improve other effective aspects of his kit to better fit the fast-paced gameplay of Overwatch 2, but perhaps it was too much. You think? We still want to avoid barriers feeling mandatory due to how useful they can be and keep tank diversity at a healthy level. However, with tank diversity at a healthy level is crazy considering it's the same three fucking, okay. However, with this patch looking at the tank role in particular, we're increasing Reinhardt's barrier health, and again, we'll evaluate it further. I don't see them reverting any of this because he's not being played. Pigpen. Pikmin. Okay. Area damage after the area damage after activating increased from 30 to 45 damage per second. RIP Tracers, Sombras, little squishies. Recovery time now reduced from 0.55 to 0.4. Cooldown now begins immediately when used. That's big. That's big. That's big. I don't know what the cooldown is right now, but what I will say is when they do things like this, you always feel it. Like it's a big buff. Sigma. Whoa. Developer comment. Sigma is a tank that does not currently have an issue with survivability when cycling between managing his barrier, kinetic grasp, and weapon range. We are, however, increasing the damage of accretion to bring back more of the threat it used to pose and increase the satisfaction in landing it. Thank you, God. As it also did not benefit from the global increase to the projectile sizes. Thank you, God. Accretion impact damage increased from 40 to 80. 120 total. I don't know if this brings back his one-hit I don't know if this brings back his one-hit combo. I think it might. It might. But thank God. Thank God, thank God. This has made me so mad since they did it. So, thank God. Winston. Tesla cannon. Secondary fire charge time reduced from 1 to 0.85. I think they told us about that. Primal Rage. Maximum health gain increase from 500 to 700. Personally, I don't care. I already don't know how the hell you're supposed to use Primal correctly. I don't know. I don't care. Honestly, none of this really seems. Who cares? Because again, Malga. Developer comments. Winston is one of the top performing tanks at the moment. Though, when considering how satisfying the individual abilities within his kit are, the Tesla Cannon secondary fire felt underwhelming for how long it took to charge. So it will now be a bit more fluid. We also still want Primal Rage mode. We still want Primal Rage mode Winston to be killable, but adding some health to it will help avoid some of the extreme situations where it could happen too quickly. Yeah, I mean, because when you pop it, you just get focused and died, and you get killed immediately. Because I mean, it's just like a weird. Like you don't. I think it's a damage issue. Personally, I don't know. Like I know you're supposed to use it as a zoning ability type thing, but like with the amount of mobility that's in the game right now, you're not. Everyone's just gonna run away or reposition when you position them in a certain way, regardless. So it's like, why primal if you're not to stay alive? Like that's the only reason why I think people use it these days. Wrecking Ball. Quad Cannon's automatic reload time while transformed reduced, so just quicker reload time. Okay. Adaptive shields. Allied overhealth transfer ratio increased by 50%, so you can give shields more, or give your allies more shields. Interesting. I think this one's kind of the big one. You just get to reload a little quicker, but that's not too crazy, I don't think. I personally don't play ball. I don't know how the whole allied health transfer thing has been going. Haven't been hearing a lot about it either, so it must be fine, but I guess these are alright. Still though, I don't think Malga's I don't think he's gonna play in a Malga. Wrecking Ball has excellent mobility and survivability and will now be more efficient when in transforming, transferring some of that survivability to his teammates. So should he choose to return to them. We're also making the automatic reload time in ball form, which is match. Wait, what? Oh, we are also making the automatic reload in ball form match his manual reload time for a smoother transition. Okay, so it's like if you switch in a ball form. Okay, I see what they're doing. And last, Zarya. Developer comments. Increasing the health in these barriers also means the total energy Zarya can gain per article barrier. So yeah, it's just more health, longer duration. So you're gonna get your ult more. You're gonna get damage longer and quicker. You're gonna be 100. Basically, you're not playing Diva. You're not playing Doom. You might play Junker Queen. You're definitely seeing a lot of Malga. Because of that, you might play Orisa. Maybe Ramatra. You're not playing Ramatra. Reinhardt's going to be a joke. He'll be played still. I'm definitely going to be forcing Sig. goodbye Winston. Fuck no ball. Maybe, probably not Zarya. These are the big tank changes, huh? These are the big tank changes. Alright. Yep, you guys can start sending the hate my way. Send it in the fucking comment section. Oh, let's see how they nerfed everybody else, probably, right? Damage roll passive. Now only half as effective against tank heroes. 10%. God. Malga is popping off. Malga's about to pop off. This is the only thing that kept him in check. Developer comments, with tank heroes being the front line, they have the healing. I mean, I love it. As a tank main, I love it. With tank heroes being in the front line, they have this healing and reduction effect nearly all the time, and generally the most, we just get it all the time. We need it. It is what it is. Ash, here we go. Developer Bob now gains the so like the knockback resistance and the headshot stuff. This big Omnet Butler tanks a lot of incoming fire and will now be more resistant to knockback at critical damage. Yep. Alright, Ash. Time to pop off. Peacekeeper. Primary fire fall off range rescaled from 25 to 35 meters to 20 to 30 meters. So less damage the farther you are. With his current tuning, Cassidy is performing well in too many aspects of his range, burst damage, and survivability, leading him to being a dominant choice among the damage heroes by an overwhelming amount. The gameplay goal for Cassidy is to be the sturdier close range hit scan who is more proficient at dealing with high mobility flankers. With this in mind, we're pulling the effective fall off range from his weapon to help align him with those gameplay goals to open him up for more. I'm not mad at it. I mean, they literally tell you what their vision is for him. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not mad at it. This is a big one right here. Concussive blast. That's it. Explosion damage reduced from, there it is. Explosive damage reduced from 30 to 0. Knockback radius increased from 6 to 8. Knockback increased by 11%. How do I feel about this? I mean, this is a big nerf. This is a big nerf, because what people would do is they would, shoot the rockets and fire this immediately to get that burst of damage all at once. So it's a big nerf, yeah. But it's like, who do you focus on with these knockback radius changes? Right, because increased by 11%, I'm gonna need to see how much that is, like how drastic that is. Because again, same thing I said with whoever we were talking about, Winston's Primal. Like, there's so much mobility, being knocked back isn't that big a deal. So I mean, overall, this is a huge nerf, but I am curious to see on like certain maps how this plays out. I definitely think that she kind of needed more than that, but it is what it is. Developer support. Here we go. Developer comments. Rather a small change for her, but would like to minimize the amount of time tanks can be taken out of the fight, and they are the easiest target to keep a sleep duration on. Take it. Yep. 3.5 to 3 seconds. Good change. Good change. No comment. No complaints. No complaints. This is interesting. Developer comments with hey, Laurie will still see this UI alert, but allies generally don't need it as it could be fairly. Allies no see the destroyed UI. This is it, yo. People are about to flip. People are about to flip. Someone, where's Sabito? I need to see Sabito's response to this. He's about to go off. And lastly, Zenyatta. Ultimate cost decreased by 10%. Developer comments we are reducing the cost of Transcendence as Zenyatta was impacted more than most by some of the changes in this patch. We're reducing the cost of Transcendence as Zenyatta was impacted more than most by some of the changes in this patch. No, it was. Like a lot of, yeah. No, for sure. A lot of the tank stuff. The tanks are, yeah. I mean, he's not going to be getting played. That's why. Yeah. So there you guys have it. All in all, I'm not playing. I'm not. I'm not doing this to myself. I'm not. Y'all aren't gonna make me be even more hated and receive even more hate. Nah, because like there are clear winners from like who the fuck cares about Zarya? Who the ball like I'm just gonna skip to it. Fuck it. None of this is better than any of this. Life still increased to 100%. That right there is just such a big buff in of itself. That's crazy. That already, his ability to lifesteal already reduced the amount of tanks that you could pick, regardless. Right? Diva could not play Diva in Amalga because he would not die. Ramattra, Reinhardt, Roadhog, Winston, Ball. You can't pick them because Malga just shreds them regardless. And now the damage passive is reduced. You nerfed Ana, which means she's not as liable in Amalga. Arisa, Malga, Queen, maybe Hog. It's like nothing really changes. And that's what everyone's about to start saying, and it's about to be funny. Nothing changes. Well, thank you guys for watching the video. Be sure to leave your comments down below. This was supposed to be the big patch, the big buff all tanks, which they definitely did, but I don't think it shook up anything. It made them slightly more raid bossy, some more than others, and the community's not going to be happy about this. So I'm about to go watch my reaction videos. You guys leave your comments down below on how you feel about it. Be sure to like the video, share it, and yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video.